everyone. Today I'm going to do a get ready with me.
Also, I'm having a sale right now on Patreon for $10 a month. You get all the Zooms, which are usually $20. You can come and hang out. You don't have to put your camera on or your mic or anything. You can just come and hang out. It's so much fun. We all get to know each other, talk. We have group chats. We're awesome. We're so much fun. I do lives there where I get to talk to you one-on-one. It's super, super fun. So go over to my Patreon and subscribe and be a $10 member, and you get all of the $20 benefits for free.
Today is Friday. I try to put makeup on every Friday just because I have my podcast on Friday and I like to have makeup on for it, so I'm gonna put makeup on. I'm not as into makeup as I used to be. Like, I obviously enjoy wearing makeup, but I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. Like, I kind of wear it now like once or twice a week instead of like 4 or 5 times a week. I just don't really love doing it anymore because it's kind of like repetitive and I've done it so much. I'm like, okay, I'm over it. But yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup today. So a subscriber bought me these clips for my birthday and I've been wearing them in my hair all the time now. I'm gonna clip my hair back like this, and then I'm probably gonna I got my curtain bangs recut and I do not like them, like, at all. I don't think I like curtain bangs anymore, so I cannot wait for them to be grown out. It's gonna feel so good. So I'm just gonna clip those back. Maybe I should keep my hair down and just clip those back. So the first thing I'm gonna do is do my eyebrows and put on some primer. So my favorite primer is this primer. I'm actually running out of it, so I have to open the bottle now. I'm scraping it off the sides. I already moisturized my face this morning after I washed it. It's a YSL primer. It's the best primer ever. This and their foundation, I promise, will change your life. I've been using this primer now and this foundation for, I don't even know how many years, like for years, like since I started YouTube probably. Like, if you guys know me, you know that it's the foundation I use. Has anyone tried it? If you guys have tried it, leave it in the comments below and tell me if you enjoyed it or not. Every single person I give this foundation to absolutely loves it. I buy it for people for Christmas because it's like pretty pricey, but it's like such a good foundation. I'm gonna put on some Blistex right now because my lips are a little dry. Okay, let's get started. So today I had a fertility appointment. I've talked about this. I actually vlogged it on my vlog channel exactly when I got the news and I came back into my car from the doctor. I actually vlogged that so you guys can see it there. But I thought I would talk about it on my main channel as well, because if you guys don't know what's happening, because I don't know, some people don't follow my vlog channel, some people haven't watched me in years, and if you're here watching this, I'll kind of break it down on what I've been going through. So I was trying to get pregnant about 2 years ago, and it never worked. After like 6 or 7 months, I started to get concerned. I went and saw a gynecologist, and he basically put me on, he did like all these testings. He couldn't find anything wrong with me. So then he, I guess, diagnosed me with unexplained infertility. After that, I didn't like that answer. I thought it was an answer that someone lazy would give. How can something be unexplained, you know? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I kind of felt like it was like a little bit like, oh my God, I didn't even do my eyebrows. Uh-oh, I have to do that after now. I kind of felt like it was like a lazy answer. Like, it was, I don't know. I felt like I wanted to be treated as a patient, not as just like a protocol type of thing. So then I begged him to refer me to a fertility specialist. He referred me to a fertility specialist, thank God. And he did an ultrasound and found out I had a cyst on my ovary. He then said that's usually an outcome of endometriosis, and it was super weird and super unexpected because I don't have signs of endometriosis other than infertility. I don't have any pain with my periods that are like out of the ordinary. I have a very normal like period, and so it was really, really odd that I had endometriosis, and I had suspicions about it. I actually have videos on my vlog channel of me saying, hey, I think I have silent endometriosis, and I was correct. I did have my surgery, which I also documented on Patreon and on my vlog channel. It was called a laparoscopy, where they go in and they kind of like take out the cyst and they see what's in there. You can't technically officially diagnose endometriosis unless you go inside of your uterus because you can't see it through an ultrasound. I was lucky enough to have a cyst, which made them go in there. But if you don't have a cyst, you can't see it. And so he went in there, and I just had my follow-up appointment, and he told me that I had a stage 3 out of 4 endometriosis. So he said it was pretty bad when he got in there. He was actually surprised and shocked because my periods are so normal and light. He wasn't expecting to find a bunch of endometriosis, but he did. And that actually explains why I haven't got pregnant completely, because it was endometriosis. And if you guys don't know what endometriosis is, it basically means your uterine lining is growing outside of your uterus, so it can grow on your fallopian tubes, your ovaries, it can even grow on your liver, or for example, mine's on my bladder. It can grow anywhere, and when you have your normal period, there's nowhere for it to go, so it just bleeds internally, and that can cause scar tissue, inflammation, and then it makes it not a great place for a baby to, you know, to be. So it's really hard for your body to implant an egg because you're literally bleeding or having a period without having anywhere for it to go because it's not in your uterus, so it can't come out of your, you know? So that's what endometriosis is. And you have it for the rest of your life. There has been cases where people have got pregnant and then don't have it. And what helps it is hormone suppressing. So for example, birth control helps. A lot of people have endometriosis and don't know, and then a lot of people have endometriosis and do know. One of the most common signs are painful periods, which I actually didn't have, which is so weird to me that I didn't have painful periods considering how bad he said it was. So I didn't have painful periods. Now, the question is am I fertile? We don't know that. We don't really know because I haven't really tried to get pregnant. It's kind of one of those things where you can remove the tissue, and basically what he did is he went in there and he like took off all the endometriosis tissue. So it basically kind of leaves my uterus in like a clean slate again, right? He said he removed about 99% of it, which is good because you don't want that in there. It causes inflammation in your body and a bunch of other things. Oh my gosh, I forgot to take my Omega. 1 minute guys, I gotta go take my Omega and I'll come back. Okay, here I am, sorry. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of been my life. And he found it a lot in my bladder, which makes sense because I have reoccurring bladder infections. And I actually had a little suspicion about this as well, that I thought I had endometriosis around my bladder because of my constant bladder infections, and I was right. So it's really interesting that I literally was able to kind of figure out my own stuff just by researching. I research a lot when I get into something, and I just like don't stop until I find out what it is. So yeah. So we have some good news and some bad news when it comes to this. The good news is that we know what it is and it is out. The bad news is that it is a lifelong disease that I'll always have. And there is a chance it can go away, but kind of the only chance of it going away is from pregnancy. There has been cases where that's happened, but it's not guaranteed, and I'll most likely have it for the rest of my life. So I guess the way that I feel about this is like, I'm not like, it's not that I wasn't expecting it. I actually thought that he wasn't gonna find much endometriosis because I don't have any symptoms of it. I'm very surprised that he did, and I was nervous that he wasn't gonna find anything, and the reason why I wanted him to find something is because if he couldn't find anything, it leaves us back in square one. Like, I'd rather have a diagnosis and have solutions than not know what's wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really frustrating to have a problem and not kind of have an actual answer on what it could be. I don't really know if I like this lighting. 1 minute. Okay, actually, I guess this is the only lighting that we can kind of get here. Let me see if I can make it brighter. I think that's better. What do you guys think? I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's a little bit better. So yeah, I guess the way that I'm feeling right now is I'm relieved that I know what it is. I'm a little upset that I have it. I just feel like it's not fair. Like, I feel like, I don't know, like I know a lot of girls suffer with endometriosis, and I am actually like excited to be talking about it because I know a lot of people don't talk about this. I only, like I said, I only have followed a couple people with infertility, and I've never actually followed somebody with endometriosis that got pregnant, I don't think. I hope I'm you know, getting at least reaching some people in order to get checked. And if you do have unexplained infertility, I really recommend going and getting a laparoscopy, because you can have endometriosis and not know, and literally a simple surgery of getting it removed can get you pregnant. And you don't have to have symptoms, and I'm one of the people that didn't have any symptoms. Like, I didn't have, when I tell you my periods, I always took pride in my periods because they were so normal and so light, and when people had to miss school or were in bed all day over them, I never understood. I always had the easiest period. And so I'm someone that, you know, didn't have the normal symptoms of endometriosis. And I encourage you, if you can't afford the surgery, if you're not from Canada, or if you're somewhere where it is covered, I recommend getting it because you have the right to know your body. And it's a very, very, very easy surgery. Like within the next day I was cooking dinner. Like it's a very easy surgery. It's not easy as in like you are totally fine, but it's relatively easy. Like my wisdom teeth were harder than that, you know? I recommend getting it if you are having fertility problems and you've never actually got one. I think it would solve a lot of people, truthfully, because you can't see it on ultrasound, and the only way to get diagnosed with it is actually seeing it and the doctor actually going inside of you, okay? So I recommend it, I really do. The good news is that he said it was fairly easy to get the cyst out. He's like, yeah, like it came out really easily, your ovaries all there, we didn't disrupt your ovary or anything. I'm like, thank God, because I was very nervous about losing an ovary, like waking up with one ovary. I was really nervous. Yeah, I guess my plan now is to just, you know, live my life, and I'm gonna try and change my diet to do anti-inflammatory type diet to get rid of inflammation and see if that helps. Because like I said, I'll read you some of the signs and symptoms of endometriosis. Pain, especially excessive menstrual cramps that may be left in the abdomen or lower back. So I do get lower back pain about like a day or two before my period, but it's nothing like, I mean, I always thought that was normal. Like I'll get some lower back pain, but it's not like I can't like function or anything. Like I still have a very normal period, I feel like, unless maybe I think it's normal and it's not. It doesn't feel painful though. Like it hurts a little bit, my lower back, but nothing too crazy. Pain during intercourse, abnormal or heavy menstrual flow, infertility, painful urination during menstrual periods, painful bowel movements during menstrual periods, and other gastrointestinal problems such as diarrhea, constipation, or nausea. So, I mean, now looking back, I think I do have, I would say, painful urination during menstrual periods and like some lower back pain, but like it's not something that I thought was a concern. Like it didn't pain, like it wasn't like horrible or something that like, you know, I just went on with my life. Like I always, like I said, I took pride in the fact that I had very normal periods, and that's why I was so ignorant and I thought I would get pregnant so easily, because I never had any period problems. I never missed any periods. Like my period is to the day. Like I know my periods, I know my body, they're not painful, I don't have any like huge clots, like I'm super, super normal. And so for me, it was just unexpected, and I feel like people should definitely know about it. And I have stage 3, so stage 1 is minimal, stage 2 is mild, stage 3 is moderate, and stage 4 is severe. So I have stage 3, he said. He said I had quite a bit, but not like a crazy amount. Like he's seen worse, but he's also seen better. So I recommend getting checked for it if you do have unexplained infertility, or if you do have painful periods, you can get the surgery and it will help you with your pain as well. One eyelash on. These are Miami lashes by Lillylashes, if you're wondering. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a whole little update, because if you don't watch my vlog channel or you're not on my Patreon, you might not be aware of everything that's kind of been happening with me. I talk about this stuff on Patreon a lot just because it's like a safer place for me, and there's some things I don't want the whole world to know, you know, like my family members and stuff. So I do keep a lot on Patreon, and it's not just because I want money, it's because it's genuinely like a place where I don't have to worry about like everyone knowing about everything I'm talking about. I saw this trick on TikTok. You go like this with a brush, and then you go like this with your, and then look at it, contours your nose perfectly. Do you guys see that? I'm obsessed with it, Anyways, gotta change my battery and I'll be right back. Okay guys, sorry about that. My battery is probably gonna die soon, and I have to go live on Patreon in 10 minutes, so we're gonna get through this really fast. Yeah, I just thought I would give you guys like a little update on my life. I saw a lot of comments about the bipolar diagnosis, and a lot of people were saying that it's not right for a normal doctor to be diagnosing me with that. And so I did get referred to a psychologist, and I am gonna go see one. Oh my God, it looks so crazy on camera, but in real life it's not that pink, I swear. It's not that pink in real life. So I did take your advice, and I'm gonna go see a psychologist in March. It is a 6-month waiting list here in Canada for a psychologist. So, no, psychiatrist, sorry, not a psychologist. So it does take a while to get one here. But yeah, that's my life. I've been saying that all the time. I also haven't been having coffee in the morning, and I've noticed it makes me less hungry throughout the day if I don't have coffee. I know that doesn't make any sense probably to most people, but it's like I get more hungry if I have coffee. So I have it like in the middle of the day now, which is good because it keeps me up to do all my work. I have fucking Squid Game stuck in my head. My hair into a braid, I think. I don't know. I hate my curtain bangs like a lot. Like a lot. Like I do not like them. Well, I am going to get off. If you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe and give this a thumbs up. I still have to put on bottom mascara and highlighter, but I don't have time because my battery is gonna die. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys don't follow me on Patreon, go ahead and follow me on Patreon. I have a video out with Nick over there and a bunch of other stuff. I have a bunch of like stuff that I don't talk about on YouTube over there. More girly talks, more in-depth things about mental health and fertility. And so you guys can go check that out. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and stay confident. Mwah! Bye, beautifuls.